And adding to the anxiety at the agency, a series of high-profile resignations, including its recently confirmed director. And now there's a new face leading the nation's premier public health agency. Jim O'Neill, who served as the Deputy Secretary at Health and Human Services, has now been sworn in as the CDC's new acting director. O'Neill's appointment comes after days of turmoil and disagreements within the agency over the Trump administration's vaccine policy. I want to discuss now with Dr. Howard Zucker. He is the former Deputy Director for Global Health at the CDC. Dr. Zucker, good to see you.
It's good to see you, too. Thank you very much for inviting me on.
So what's your reaction to all that has been taking place, at the CDC, including this week at your old agency, including the ouster of Dr. Susan Menares?
Well, I am very concerned about what's happening, not just at the CDC, but in public health in general. But CDC is sort of the face of public health for our country, and in many ways for the world. And my big concern is that not only are we allowing politics to take over science, but we are also creating an agency where people are becoming very demoralized. And these are the experts. These are the experts in the world in their field. And I don't want to see those people leave. More people leave. People have left already. More people leave because it's going to take away the institutional memory, and that affects all Americans.
You said so many of the people there feeling demoralized. And is this kind of, insult to injury with the new head of the CDC being a former Silicon Valley executive who lacks medical or scientific training?
Well, I think that there's a lot of challenges here. One is obviously you want someone to be leading the agency with a medical background. I happen to know the new acting director because I worked with him when I was at HHS about 20 years ago. And at that point in time, he did listen to the scientists when we were working together. I hope he continues to listen to scientists and the data that they have in order to move things forward. But it's very important within the entire agency to make sure that the data is provided to the leaders in the organization, and the leaders in the organization hear it and base their decisions on science.
Are you concerned that the CDC's mission is going to be reframed?
Well, I am very concerned. In fact, I had a conversation with Kevin Griffiths a while back. He was the head of communications at the CDC. He left in April or so. I had him on my podcast, Docology, which is designed to address all of the confusion that's out there. And he had said at that point he was worried that fantasy was going to take over from fact, and that we need to make decisions based on fact, and that was not where we're headed right now. So I am very concerned about that, both for the United States, but for the world in general.
And officials under, HHS Secretary Kennedy have already now limited eligibility for COVID-19 vaccines. What, in your view, might be the potential impact here?
So I think there's a lot of confusion in America right now about, can I get my shot? Will my shot be covered? Who should get that shot? Not only for the COVID vaccine, but for other vaccines as well. Children get a hepatitis B vaccine, babies, I should say, when they're born, get a hepatitis B vaccine. There are RSV vaccines. There are many other immunizations that children and adults get, and everyone's wondering what to do. I think we need to make sure there's more clarity out there and that we remove all of this confusion and this misinformation. And I think it's also important that we don't sow the seeds of doubt about vaccines. We know vaccines work. It's been proven and over again. And all of these myths, I should say, about vaccines causing autism have been shown to be false. And anyone who keeps sowing those myths are only causing a detriment to the American public.
What are your recommendations, if any, to Americans who are concerned about access to vaccines, guidance on what they should be doing right now as we head into the, the fall and the winter months?
Sure, I'm concerned about this. Obviously, not just COVID, but flu vaccines, what's going to be available. So most importantly, you should always speak with your doctor because they know your particular medical conditions, and your doctor will be able to recommend that you get a shot. Then the question is, where do you get it? Some states are not allowing people to get it at the I should say the states. Some pharmacies are not allowing people to get it there because there's been some questions whether they will provide those vaccines. So that's not in all of the states. But it is very important to speak with your doctor and say, how can I get this shot? Can you give me the shot? If you can't, where do I go to get it? Because that is what's going to be of concern come now, September, October, in the months ahead. And the same with the COVID vaccine. So the issue with vaccines is so important. And I think it's very critical that we make sure nothing happens to the vaccine supply in America.
Dr. Howard Zucker, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, and I hope we continue to push public health forward in the correct way based on science.
So incredibly important. I appreciate it. All right, coming up.